But listen to this. Is this a new Christmas classic?
It's crazy to think it's just all for one day, but we're here together just for one beautiful Christmas day. I wake up to sounds vibrating my soul.
Well, that's superstar Queen guitarist Brian May joining up with the sensational musical theatre artist. She's got such a lovely voice, doesn't she? Kerry Ellis. To record that, it's called One Beautiful Christmas Day. And Brian's joining us now. Hello, Brian. Good evening.
Hey, Richard. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Tom. You were saying, actually, I was reading an interview with you earlier today. You were saying that it has been quite a while in this country since we had a Christmas classic come along. You know, we all know what they are, but they're getting a bit kind of, you know, crinkled around the edges. Do you think this could be the next one?
Yeah, I really think so. It seems to have a nice kind of warm fuzziness about it, which gets to people. And it's also very much tailored to the moment because it's about the kind of Christmas we can have this year, which will be different. And I think, you know, it can still be special. It can still be beautiful. And we don't need to be taking any risks. We just do what we're comfortable with. I'm going to be playing board games, like pretty silly games with my kids online on Christmas Day because I think, you know, I want to for next Christmas. So that's what the song is kind of partly about. It's like, you know, we can do Christmas however we want. It's about giving the time to our loved ones in any way we choose. But about the song, I love it. I didn't write the song. I had a hand in tailoring the chorus and stuff.
Yeah.
But it came from Andy and John, who Kerry works with up in Manchester. And I immediately thought this has got a great feel to it. It's got something that just draws you in and makes you feel kind of comfortable, makes you feel good. Yeah. I love it to be a classic, Richard. It's very hard out there. You probably know. You know, people probably think it's easy for me because they know me, but actually I can't get records played on Radio 2. You know, they just had a meeting today and they didn't put it on their playlist. You know, so without that, it's very hard to get people to hear it. So I'm grateful to you for playing it.
I'm very surprised to hear that. I would have thought that record and the theme, and the Christmas theme, and the contemporary nature of the lyrics, the fact that it's you, the fact that it's a very well-known theatre artist, I would have thought that was a shoe-in for Radio 2. Do you have any idea why they didn't put it on the playlist?
I don't know. They're very much headed towards playing what everybody's familiar with already, I think. So their playlist is mainly all the old favourites, you know, which obviously we do love, you know, Slade and whatever, and Mariah Carey. But I think in this period leading up, it would be nice to let some new blood in and hear some new classics. Yeah, and I do think this is a classic. I feel really proud of it. It gives everybody a good feeling.
You basically described the theme of the song and, you know, what it's trying to say, but specifically what are the verses about? Are they about, you know, sort of families? Just describe the storytelling in the song, because we only played a short clip there.
Well, as I say, you know, I didn't write most of the lyrics. Andy Vitolo did, but my take on it is, you know, we've all been in strange places this year. It's been a very odd time, and we've been, in a sense, a long way from home, in the sense that we're a long way from what's familiar to us. And Christmas we're all looking for to give us some sort of comfort. And I think, you know, it's about the feeling rather than the actual physical presence, you know. And we don't need to get upset about the fact that we can't do the normal things. We can just have a new kind of Christmas. And hopefully we'll all be around for the next one if we're careful. Yeah. And I think that's important, really.
I agree completely with your philosophy. I mean, we can get way too wound up about Christmas. I know it's a fabulous time. It's my favourite time of the year. It really is. But it's only one day. It's just one day. And circumstances this year are so extreme and so unforeseen, you know, 9 months ago, that, you know, all right, I agree with you. We just have to take it on the chin. And as you say, provided we're lucky, you know, on a personal one-to-one level, then this time next year we'll be having a normal Christmas. You know, the vaccine will have kicked in totally by then. There's no question of that.
Things should be good. Yeah, your take is perfect because actually Andy's original lyric was called Just One Day, and that's what it's about. It is only just one day. And I kind of felt it should have a little more optimism in that. My contribution was to make it, but it's one beautiful Christmas day. Still special.
Oh, I think we're just losing you a bit there, Brian. The picture's good, but the sound isn't. Can you just say something else? No?
Yeah, I was.
That's good. Okay, and we have lip readers on hand. Listen, I want to ask you probably a slightly cheeky question, a bit personal, but I don't know how old you are, but I think you and I are probably of an age. And I have certainly noticed in the last couple of years, and it's not a big deal, but I've definitely got a slight stiffening up in my finger joints. It's fine. I'm still doing that. I play guitar a bit, obviously nothing like you, and I can still play, but I'm a little bit like slower. How are your fingers? Because your fingers are your fortune. Your fingers on those fretboards are what you are, who you are. How are yours managing?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at the moment. I've been through some difficult times. Yeah, about 2 tours ago, I used to wake up every morning and they were really, really stiff, and I used to have to put them in hot water to get them going. And I'm really worried, but it seemed to be a phase that I went through, and I'm pretty good now. I have a certain amount of arthritis in lots of my joints, particularly this thumb joint. I don't know if you can see this one. And that's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
So in both hands, I have this pain here, but it bothers me, but it's not enough to stop me playing.
No, but is it enough to make you maybe modify your riffs a little bit? Are you playing things a little bit differently? Are you compensating a bit?
No. And especially on stage, adrenaline takes care of it. You can play to any amount of pain if you're you're hyped up. You're so excited and you're so in the moment. So I kind of don't feel it. I went through hell with my legs. Knees really gave out on the last tour. The tour with Kerry that I did actually. Even though I was sitting down most of the time, I was in terrible pain. But for the however long we were actually on stage, I was okay because there's so much, and you just get into it, and that's all that matters. It's when you get up to, like after you've been sitting down for a while. Yeah, old age is a terrible thing, but the alternative is not great.
I couldn't put it better. I have to say that I have a faint echo of that experience, and that's something which in my business we call Doctor Television or Doctor Radio, and that is if you're going live, it's not the same if you're recording something, but if you're live broadcasting and you're feeling awful, I mean, maybe you're going down with flu or whatever, it's amazing. The red light goes on the microphone or on the camera, and you feel fine, and you're able to broadcast normally. And the moment you go to a commercial break or the show finishes, you feel like death again. It's very odd. It's adrenaline, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you can guess what we call it. We call it Dr. Rock.
I wish I could call it that, but I'm not hip like you. Hey, it's great to talk to you, Brian. Have a very Merry Christmas. I really hope that record does really well. And, okay, so one radio station's decided not to play it. Well, there are plenty of other radio stations, so, fingers crossed. All the best with it.
Thank you. God bless you, Richard.
God bless, mate.